everybody, it's Wednesday. I have today off because Margaret's mom it's coming to the end of the school year for her, and so her work schedule's a bit different this week. She has exams to conduct tomorrow and Friday, so instead of working today, I am working some short hours on Thursday and Friday. And so it worked out really good because I actually needed to either leave work early today if I was working or just take the day off altogether, because tonight I get to check off another item from my bucket list, and this one I've been waiting a long time for. Oh gosh, since I was probably, I don't know, 15, 16 years old. I've been a huge Dixie Chicks fan. I've always wanted to see them in concert and never had a chance to. And tonight, I am going to see the Dixie Chicks. Woohoo! So I am just like so excited. So I'm just going to get a couple of videos done this morning, and then I need to shower. And then I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day just listening to Dixie Chicks music. Anytime I go to a concert of a certain artist, I always like to listen to their music at home before I go to the show, or on my MP3 on my iPod as I'm heading to the show. Just gets me like pumped up and excited. So anyways, enough of that. This video is a request from a few people. Since they saw my "How do you stuff your stuff" tag, a lot of people have asked how I fold my baby clothes so that I can put them in the drawer in a file-like fashion. So I've pulled a couple of different outfits, different types of items of clothing to show you how I fold them, because it depends on the article of clothing on how I decide to fold it. So I'm just going to set some of these aside and we're going to get started. So we're going to start off with a set. So when I have a set of clothes like this, and they're usually sitting in my drawer like this, in a nice file. So this is how I achieve this nice small little fold. So for the sweater, for the little cardigans, it's just a simple fold. It's just, what I do is I will lay it out like this, and I fold it inward and just bring the arms down, and I try to like smooth out any wrinkles as best as I can when I do this. And so you just fold them in like that. Then if it has a hood, then I usually will put the hood down like that, and then I take the whole thing and I just fold it over like that, and you end up with this nice little folded piece. So that's that part of the outfit. Now when it comes to onesies, it's kind of the same concept. So you're going to lay your onesie out face down like this, smooth out the wrinkles, and you're going to just grab the arm and near the bottom and fold it in. And then like I fold it in as about that far. Hopefully you can see okay. And then I take the other side and I fold it in as well and smooth it out. And then what I do is I take the bottom part and I fold it about halfway like that. And then sometimes if these pieces are sticking out, I just will like tuck them in a little so that they stay in there. So let's fold it up halfway, and then you take this other part and you fold it over like that. And then you have a nice tiny little folded up onesie that you can put in your drawer file style. And then the last piece would be the pants. So for the pants, I hold them out like this with the front of the pants facing me. I take the ends, I fold them inward like this. Then I lay them flat, smooth out the wrinkles. I fold one end, the bottom end up, and then the top one down. And then you're gonna put it in so that this edge is what shows in your drawer. So then I'll just make sure that all the pieces are together, and I just put it in the drawer like that. So that is for a set. Now the next thing I'm going to show is shorts. So if you have a pair of shorts, it's generally the same as when I fold my pants, but it's less folds. You're going to take it, this is the front of the shorts. Even, I know these are kind of like weird pockets to have in the front, but trust me, it's the front of the shorts. There's the tag. So this is the front of the shorts. You're going to fold it inward, just like you do with the pants. And then lay it out and see how this little piece sticks out. I will sometimes fold that in just to get it out of the way. You don't have to. And then I just fold it in half like that. If you don't want to tuck that in, you don't have to. You can just fold it right in half. But when you're trying to, you know, you want to try to make sure that everything's folded as close to the same size as possible so that you get a nice neat row, and then you have room for another row beside it. So like if you were to put this in, you can kind of see it sticking out at the side. So that's why I just prefer to take it and just tuck it in, and then you have this nice little file stack there. Now I will show you for rompers. So this is a romper right here. It's one of those little sleeveless ones, or ruffle sleeve or whatever. And it's shorts, like it's not long pants at the bottom for a romper. So again, just like a onesie, you lie it flat, face down. Okay. Then you're gonna take the bottom, take the top, and you're gonna fold it in. Now, because it comes out like this, you want to fold more of the bottom in so that, you know, it's pretty good and even. And then once you have it like that, then what I usually do is take the top part, fold it down like that, and then I take the whole thing and I fold it over one more time. And that gives you, and then you put it in like that. Okay, so now the next thing is a non-footed sleeper. And this non-footed sleeper came with socks, a hat, and a bib. Now, I just put the socks in with my other socks. They're pretty easy to tell that they belong to this set, so I have no issue with that. I used to keep it with this in the drawer, but I just put the socks with my socks. I could very well go ahead and put this bib with my bib, but then I might forget that I have this piece that matches this. Same with the hat. I could put it in my little bin with my hats, but I might forget that it goes with this outfit. So I like to keep them together in the drawer, and this is how I do it. So again, with this, I just usually, again, put it down on the floor or table, or sometimes I can even do it on my lap. And then you're going to take the arms and you're going to take the bottom and you're just going to fold it over like that. Then you want to take this arm and fold it down like so. I hope you guys can see okay. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more. Then you do the same on the other side. You fold it in and then you fold the shoulder down like that. So you have this long piece. Then you just take the top, fold it all the way down to the bottom. And I really should have vacuumed this carpet before I did this because I'm seeing that cat hair is getting all over my stuff, but it's inevitable when you have a cat anyway. So then once you have, like I said, you folded it all the way down, then you pick it up like this, put it down, fold it over one more time. And then it's a nice, neat little packet. And then to go along with that, I take my hat and I just simply fold it right in half. Just like that. And I use this is the edge that will show in the drawer. And so what I'll do is I'll line that up with that edge of the sleeper. And then I do the same thing with the bib. I take the bib, I fold down the, you know, the part that goes around the neck. I fold it down. I just take the bib and I fold it in half, and then I can add that to the bundle. Just like that. Okay, so there's that. And then we have two more pieces I'm going to show you. And so the other one is a footed sleeper. And this is pretty much done the same way that I do the non-footed sleeper. I just put it down and actually sometimes I don't even put it down. Sometimes you can actually just eyeball it and you can hold it, and you can hold it by this and then fold it, you know. It's hard to show on the camera though. Hold on, let me zoom in a little and maybe it'll work. So you just take the shoulders and, you know, you just fold it in. And I usually do this by laying it across my chest. And usually it goes in okay, but if I need to, I can like put it down and I can adjust like the inseam of the legs to come inward like that. So once it's like that and the arms are down like that, again, it's just a simple taking it from the bottom, taking it from the top, bringing it to the bottom, pulling up the whole thing like this, and then giving it one more fold over. And then there's your little file. And the last piece I wanted to show is for when you have toddler clothes. Because they are larger than the newborn clothes or preemie clothes, you definitely can't get as many rows because the clothes are bigger, so therefore your rows will be a little bit wider. But basically I fold all of the toddler clothes the same way. But the only difference would be with their pants. So I'll still fold the pants, you know, in half, and then I'll still put them down like this, and I will still fold up the bottom to halfway and fold up the top down halfway. So you have that. But what generally ends up happening is if I was then to put them in like this with the folded edge showing, sometimes, not always, but sometimes I can put it in like that with no issues, but it depends on the length of the pants. If they are super long, then this will stick up higher in your file than your other clothes. So in that case, if that happens, what I'll do is I'll just take it and I'll turn it this way and put it in this way. And usually it still works out to be the same width as whatever other clothing is in there. So it doesn't make the row any wider, but it at least doesn't stick up higher than the other clothes. So I just wanted to mention that. And then I just realized there was one other piece I forgot to pull. So 1 second. Okay, so the last piece is just a plain old t-shirt. So it's not a onesie. It doesn't have the snaps at the bottom. It's just a t-shirt. And so again, the way I do these is quite similar to the onesies, where I put it on the back and then I fold these parts in like that. But of course, generally the t-shirts, I mean, if they're long sleeve shirts, then you're gonna, you know, fold over the sleeves to make them go into the middle, just like I showed you on a long sleeve onesie. Was it a long sleeve onesie I had there? Or was it a short sleeve onesie? Well, just like I did on the long, like the sleepers and stuff, whatever has long sleeves, where I showed you, you fold it inward. But when it's short sleeves like this, you don't have to do that because they're already short and they just come together like that. So once you have that, in fact, I might bring this in just a wee bit more. So once you have that, then it's the same thing. I just bring it up, but I don't bring it up halfway. Because with the onesies, they have the snaps, so they're a little bit longer. So that's why I fold the bottom halfway and then the top down halfway. But when it comes to t-shirts, they're not as long. So instead of going halfway, I go about to here. I just folded the bottom up just a little bit like that. And then I fold the top down just like that. And then it ends up being about the same size as the onesies when they're folded up. But it's just basically because the onesies have that little bit of extra fabric that I'll usually bring the onesies a little bit higher up. So yeah, so that is how I file fold my clothes, and it works out really great. You know, as soon as I change a baby, the outfit that comes off of them, I just fold them like that, and they go into the drawers and they look so nice and organized, and I can see all the different outfits that I have. And when you fold them smaller like this, they don't take up as much space per row. Like, they're not as wide, because you can see like how small this, like this isn't very wide. So you can get more rows of clothes in your dresser, which maximizes space. Right, Riley? Gotta maximize that space with all those baby clothes. Gotta make them fit. So, yeah, so that's why I love to do it that way, because I can definitely get a lot of rows in the drawers. Plus the drawers I have luckily are very wide and deep, so that helps too. So I can definitely get lots of clothes stuffed into, and I mean, when I do my rows, they are stuffed really tightly in there because I just put as much as I can fit, without making them too tight, because I guess like if they're too tight, I always worry they're gonna get like wrinkled, but generally they're okay because I'm tedious on how I fold them, and it just looks so nice, and it's just so much better than folding them and stacking them in a drawer, because then you can't see what's underneath. If you file fold them, you can see right when you open the drawer, you can see all the outfits available to you. And also it's like really good too when you fold your pants like this, if they have a character on the butt, you can kind of see that character right on the fold, so you know, oh okay, that has like a monkey on the bum or a bear or whatever. You can see it right when you open your drawer. So I love that. And then when I'm doing the transfer, I generally don't have to refold everything. Because when I used to store the off-season clothing in the vacuum seal bags, I would find when I would take them out the next season that they would have kind of like a funky smell. So I'd end up having to wash all of them, and then also from being compressed so much, they were very wrinkled. So I had to wash all of them to freshen them up, which means having to refold all of them and put them in my drawers, and it just made the task so much more daunting. So now when I switch my seasonal clothes over out of that big bin that I have, well, when I empty that bin, they're already folded. So like literally, you know, say this was in my drawer like this and I'm pulling it out to put it away, I literally will take almost the whole row together, and they're already folded and stacked, and I just put them in the bin already folded and stacked. And so when I'm ready to switch it out, anything that's in the bin, I just take it out, I put it on the floor, then I take the empty bin over to my dresser and I do the same thing. I take them all out, put them in the bin, and then I go over to whatever came out of the bin on the floor, and they're already folded, they're already in order, and I can just pick them up like this and pop them in the drawer. It's so much faster. I mean, it still takes a while, but it's so much faster than the way that I used to do it. So just some thoughts on that. And yeah, so I hope you found this video helpful. And I can't remember what the next video was that I was planning to do. I'm going to have to look at my little list. But there should be another video hopefully ready to be up tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to film whatever I can this evening when I go to the concert, and hopefully have a little video up of that in a couple of days. But yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm seeing the Dixie Chicks. Oh my gosh, like I never thought it would happen. I thought they were broken up. I never thought they'd come back together. I never thought they'd tour again. It's been like 10 years hiatus for them, and they're back. And I'm like, ah! As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I have to get tickets. I have to. It's on my bucket list to see them live. So I finally get to check that off my bucket list. I'm so happy, excited. I used to sing their songs all the time in high school. Anytime like I'd go to karaoke, half of the stuff I sang was Dixie Chicks and the other half was Shania Twain. So yeah, like big fan. Alright guys, well thanks so much for watching this video, and I really hope that you were able to see what I was doing and found it helpful. And yeah, happy organizing. Bye guys. So, I thought I would announce what carrier I decided on, and I am going with the Unison. I watched over the videos, I looked over my pictures, and I actually tried both of them again, and I left them on for a while. So the May-tie one, the fabric was very thick and very heavy, and just sitting with it on or like standing with it on for a long period of time, it was making me